Welcome back to another edition of Gary's Record Collection. Today it's going to be a quick one because we're doing a 45. We're doing both sides of a 45, actually. This is something that I got from my mom. It was in her collection when she bought it. It was the number 3 record in the country in 1956. And it's a parody. It's what they call a break-in record. It is The Flying Saucer by Buchanan and Goodman. There it is right there. That is the actual 45 from 1956. What is a break-in record? When you'll hear it, but it's basically you're listening to a radio broadcast and a news announcer breaks in with the news of the day. In this case, flying saucers. I've had this for a long, long time. I can't believe I didn't wear it out on the turntable, but it's a favorite, and we're going to listen to the whole thing.
We interrupt this record to bring you a special bulletin. The reports of a flying saucer hovering over the city have been confirmed. The flying saucers are real.
Real when I feel what my heart can't conceal.
That was the Clatters recording. Too real. We switch you now to our on-the-spot reporter downtown.
Come on, baby, let's go downtown.
Take it away, John Cameron.
This is John Cameron downtown. Pardon me, madam. Would you tell our audience what would you do if the saucer were to land?
Just back in the air.
Thank you. And now the thin gentleman there.
What I'm gonna do is hard to tell.
The gentleman with the guitar. What would you do, sir?
Just take a walk down on the street.
Thank you. We return you now.
This is Brett, your outer space disc jockey, with a request for Earth.
Earth angel.
That was the Pelicans' Outer Space recording Earth. I've just been handed a bulletin. The flying saucer has just landed. We switch you again downtown.
Here we are again. We have with us Professor Sir Cedric Fentingmold of the British Institute. The professor is approaching the saucer to see if there's possibly any sign of life aboard.
Well, I'm sure something. Are you there?
I hear you knocking, but you can't come in.
That was Laughing Lewis's record. Knocking.
This is John Cameron on the spot. And now I believe we're about to hear the words of the first spaceman ever to land on Earth. And now, here are the bowl scores.
4-3, 6-2, and 8-1.
The impact of seeing the first spaceman has this reporter reeling.
Here I go reeling.
That was the Clatters again with their big one. Oh!
This is John Cameron again downtown. The spaceman has returned to his ship and is taking off. We return you now to our studios.
The flying saucer has gone. There is no threat of an invasion. However, the flying saucers are still around.
And side 2.
We are not going to interrupt this record. Yes, we are. The flying saucer has landed again. Washington. The Secretary of Defense has just said,
Ain't that a shame?
That was Skinny Dynamo's record. That's a shame.
This is John Cameron Part 2. Gathered around me are several of the spacemen. Tell us, have you come to conquer the world? And now would you repeat that in English?
Don't want the world to have alone. Hey, why don't you go back where you came from? Don't be angry and drive me away.
We return you now to our studios.
Here is a news item from Washington. The president has just issued a statement to the spacemen, and we quote,
You can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes.
That was Pa Gherkin's record, Shoes. We switch you again downtown.
This is John Cameron downtown. Professor Sir Cedric of the British Institute, tell us, how were the saucers able to land?
Where do you see
The motor cooled down, the heat went down.
That was Huckleberry's recording. The motor cooled down.
Huckleberry.
This is John Cameron again. I believe the spaceman has a final parting word.
See you later, alligator.
We return you now to our studios.
The spacemen have gone again. But look to the skies. The saucers will always be there.
Always be there.
Goodbye, Earth people.
Oh man, that is great. It just brings back so many memories of just wearing that record out, knowing that word for word. It was great at the time, and it set us up for when I was a kid, when Mr. Jaws came out, which is another novelty record we're going to get into at some point. This started it all. This actually, they were sued. Buchanan and Goodman were sued because they sampled other records, and nobody had ever done anything at that time. A court ruled that it was parody, and it was therefore a new work, a new creation. So they were okay to do it, and that opened up the door to being sampling, which we saw proliferate obviously in the 80s and beyond. So trace it all back to the Flying Saucer, 1956, which, by the way, was only 9 years since Roswell. So flying saucers were new, but of course the 50s had all of those sci-fi movies, and there was an alien invasion every 42 seconds, it seemed like. But man, that's great fun. So hope you enjoyed it. We will see you again on the flip side if we don't get abducted by aliens.